Michael Schumacher for Scuderia Ferrari Marlborough. Michael, an amazing day, a great start alongside Nick Heidfeld there, taking second place early on, and an emotional scene there on the podium.
Yeah, it's been a very special day, and to finish it in this style as we have been doing today, looking at the championship as well, but much more at what's going to happen somehow in future. I mean, there's been a lot of discussion for a lot of time what concerns my future and so on. And I think all the fans, all the motorsport interested people, they have a right to be explained what's going to happen. I'm sorry it may took longer than some of you wanted, but you have to set a moment and you have to find the right moment, and we feel this is the right moment. To make it short in a way, this is going to be my last Monza race I'm going to do. At the end of this year, I've decided together with the team that I'm going to retire from racing. It has been an exceptional, really exceptional time what motorsport in more than 30 years has given to me. I really loved every single moment of the good and the bad ones. Those ones make life so special. Particular, I should thank my family, starting with obviously my dad, my passed away mum, and obviously my wife and my kids, who at all time supported at what I was doing. And without their support, without their strengths to survive in this business, in this sport, and to perform, I think it would have been impossible. And I can't be thankful enough, obviously, to my family, but as well to all my mates at the Benetton time, and obviously, especially at the Ferrari days, when I've made so many friends. I have so many great guys in that team. And it has been a really tough decision to decide to not work together at this level with all my friends and my engineers and everybody. I mean, they're just so great. And but one day, the day has to come, and I felt at a point that this is the moment. As well as in terms of timing the decision, I thought that it was fair to find that moment that Felipe has a chance to decide his future, because I think he's a very great guy. He has been doing a very good job to the team, very supportive, really great teammate, and there was a moment for him to decide for his future, and there was no point for me to take my decision any later than his decision had to be taken. And this was the conclusion as well of, in a way, my future replacement. It's a driver, at some stage the team will tell, but I always was pleased, and I know a long time ago, to hear that he was the person. And now I just like to concentrate on these last 3 events and make it or finish it in style, and hopefully with the championship. We've done a big step today for that, and I really look forward. And I want to thank everybody who has been on my way or supporting me at all stages. There have been a lot of people. Thank you very much.
I'm sure everyone in Formula One wishes you well in that decision, Michael. Now, just looking back to this great win today, in the early stages behind Kimi, of course, what were your thoughts at that point?
Well, I was hoping that he was stopping a little bit earlier than we would do, and so it happened. And the nature of this track is if you stop earlier, you obviously lose out because you run heavy against the car who's light, and that was enough to get by.
Just enough, but you did get by there, and thereafter it looked to be a race that you were in control. A slight moment there with Scott Speed, I think, going into the first chicane on lap 31, lost a little bit of time there, but otherwise relatively trouble-free.
Yeah, absolutely.
Congratulations again in a race in which Ferrari have taken the lead in the Constructors' Championship. Kimi, turning to you, a great start and a pressure, of course, from Michael in the early stages of the race.
Yeah, the start worked very well. I was a little bit concerned about our starting because the previous starts hasn't been exactly good, but the guys did an excellent job to fixing the start system and everything worked well. So I had a good start and I was just trying to go as fast as I could before the first pit stop because I was thinking that they might stop a little bit later. So if I can pull any gap, we have any chance to try to fight for win. But like it turned out, we were not quick enough today, but it was quite easy second. So in the end, I just slowed down and bring the car home and get the second place, and unfortunately that was maximum what we could have had today, but it is still a good weekend and it's a good way.
Congratulations to you. And turning to Robert, on the podium, third place in your third Grand Prix, a fantastic drive, a lot of fuel in the car and unbelievably quick off the line with your teammate Nick Heidfeld.
Yeah, I mean, really surprised to finish third. We know that we had good tires for this time for the race, not only for qualifying, as this happened in Istanbul. So we were concerning about qualifying, but when we saw that we can be competitive also in qualifying and go easy into quali 3, I knew that we have the quite good consistent car for the race, and that's happened. Good start. Unfortunately, I locked for front wheels in the first corner, so I have flat spot, and first stint was really difficult, a lot of vibration. Then we changed the tires, and it was always tough race because I have to fight with Felipe and Alonso, and also, you know, lapping guy doesn't help me because I was the first one of the group who lapped them, and I lost always 1 second, and then we just came in out of the second pit stop with Fernando, just side by side, and anyway, he blew up engine, and it was really risky because there was oil. Felipe went through, and I think he has puncture or something, and then the end of the race was quite easy for me, just to bring the car home, and first podium in my life in Formula 1.
Fantastic result, well done again.
Thank you.
Michael, turning back to the remaining 3 races, you've told us about your future. Tell us about your mindset now as you look ahead to those 3 closing races in the championship, now only 2 points behind Fernando Alonso.
I think it is very easy. What is my mindset? I mean, that is it's difficult to say. It's more focused than ever because I have always been focused on only one thing once I'm in the car, and so is it now. It's a championship which started difficult in the beginning, but we returned to it after another difficulty mid-season. And now we're at 2 points behind with 3 races to go. So if you go back at Canada, nobody would have thought we could be ever in that position. Now we are, due to some luck. But I mean, if you look at the retirements over the year, it's now equal in a way. And there we are. So 100% focus for the constructor and the Drivers' Championship.
Thank you very much. Now if we could have some words from you in your own language, Michael, in German.
Ich würde das gerne noch mal ein bisschen auf Deutsch wiederholen, speziell für die, die eben im Englischen nicht alles so verstehen konnten. Es ist viel spekuliert worden, was meine Zukunft angeht. Und es ist schon seit längerer Zeit bekannt gegeben worden, dass wir nach dem Rennen in Monza dies bekannt geben werden, und das möchte ich hiermit tun. Aber zuerst möchte ich an all meine Fans, die mich all die Jahre so sehr unterstützt haben, ein Riesenkompliment und ein Riesendankeschön aussprechen. Natürlich an meine Familie, die mich in jeder Zeit so unterstützt hat, dass ich den Kopf und auch die Kraft für all die Taten hatte, die nun mal entstanden sind und die ich begangen habe. Aber irgendwann kommt ein Punkt, wo alles mal zu Ende geht. Und das wird am Ende dieses Jahres sein, sodass ich meine Karriere beenden werde mit Ferrari. Ich hoffe natürlich auf einen Höhepunkt. Der Meistertitel nach dem Rennen ist in greifbare Nähe gerückt. die Konzentration wird sicherlich extrem auf diesem Augenmerk liegen und da werden wir auch in keiner Hinsicht nachlassen. Aber auch an alle Fahrerkollegen, an alle Leute, die im Geschäft in unserem Business tätig sind, möchte ich mich bedanken. Es ist sicherlich nicht immer einfach, miteinander zurechtzukommen, wenn man so gedrängte Zeitpunkte hat, aber auch an die Journalisten. Aber alles in allem, glaube ich, haben wir eine schöne Zeit miteinander gehabt und ich habe sie genossen und möchte mich auch an der Stelle an alle bedanken. Und jetzt, wie gesagt, lassen wir uns auf die letzten 3 Rennen freuen und hoffentlich auf noch ein paar Siege, die dazukommen. Vielen Dank.
Thank you, Michael. Kimi in finish.
No ihan hyvä kilpailu oli tänään, että saatiin hyvä lähtö ja pysyttiin ekana, mutta ei ihan vauhti riittänyt lopuksi taistelemaan voitosta. Että me arveltiinkin, että ensimmäisen pysähdyksen jälkeen Ferrari on vähän pidempään menee radalla. Että jos olisi saanut isomman välin, niin olisi voinut olla tiukempaakin, mutta sen jälkeen oikeastaan oli peli menetetty, että pystyi roikkumaan perässä, mutta ei millään saanut kiinni. Että ikävä kyllä ei vauhti riittänyt taistelemaan voitosta, mutta aika helppo toinen sija tuli, että sinänsä ihan hyvä viikonloppu ja kaikki on toiminut hyvin, niin tästä on hyvä jatkaa.
Thank you, Kimi. And Robert in Polish.
Pierwszy podium w karierze, bardzo jesteśmy zadowoleni. Szczególnie dziękuję zespołowi. Po czasówce wiedzieliśmy, że jak się zakwalifikowaliśmy do pierwszej dziesiątki, że mieliśmy szansę na dobry wyścig, ale nigdy nie myśleliśmy o podium. Cóż, cały wyścig był bardzo trudny. Zawsze miałem albo Felipe, albo Fernando Alonso za plecami, także cały wyścig był bardzo, bardzo jechany na 100% i co, udało się, trochę szczęścia, trochę pecha rywali, ale uważam, że i tak na nasz młody zespół podium w pierwszym sezonie i w trzecim wyścigu mojej karierze jest naprawdę bardzo dobrym rezultatem i jeszcze raz dziękuję zespołowi.
Thank you, gentlemen.